even though we understand that parents may feel as if it's forceful, what is even more forceful is the unwarranted marketing within our school's food environment. A lot of these industrial companies are doing their school tours, mirroring our cool school tour. They're coming into the schools and they're not letting up in terms of marketing targeted towards these little children. We really shouldn't be using the school's environment to push this unhealthy agenda. And even though we understand that parents might be concerned, the change is real and the change is needed regarding us following through with the school's nutrition policy. And I would like to say that in a month, we're going to see a number of children across the island going to take the common entrance exam. And we really need wholesome and a holistic approach, as children need the ability to focus in that exam. Sometimes we may hear parents complaining about the fact, my child isn't focused, my child is hyperactive, I can't get my child to settle down. And sometimes it goes back to the type of food that they're eating. Sometimes it goes back to lifestyle choices. And that is why the school's nutrition policy is so important. There's an element in the policy that speaks to not having this pervasive and intrusive marketing. And we would really like to see the support from our greater support from our Ministry of Health, from our Ministry of Education, in terms of not allowing industry to come in and do as they like in terms of marketing within the school. So within a month, a lot of children are going to be sitting the common entrance exam, and the type of foods that they're eating is very critical. The cassavas, the yams, the whole foods that Barbados is known for, as opposed to these sugary, inflammatory causing foods that can lead to certain types of cancers. Parents may be wondering, why is my child always having a cold? Sometimes it goes back to the type of food that they're using. And the school's nutrition policy speaks explicitly to that. And we would really love to see the support of the parents, as the type of child that they're raised is going to become the policymaker of tomorrow or the leader of tomorrow. And it's very critical for them to understand the importance of such a policy. So we don't want to say necessarily that it is forceful. We'd like to say that we're gently encouraging a healthier Barbados today for a healthier Barbados for tomorrow. And as Chairman Bulbulia would say, a healthier Barbados starts with me, and it also starts with you. So there's great concern that even with the 20% tax on salty and ultra-processed foods, that we would not see that particular change being implemented. But what I would like to say is, and following on the point of Chairman Bulbulia, that it's going to pique the intellect. Persons are going to know psychologically or subconsciously, I really shouldn't be consuming this sweet drink. I really shouldn't be consuming this thing that's considered unhealthy. We've seen examples in Mexico and also Colombia where, because of this particular policy being implemented, it drove conversation and it also drove change. And we're hoping that eventually we can see that taking place in Barbados. We're spending over $375 million annually on the lack of productivity being included in there because of the high rate of obesity and NCDs. So people might say that it's very costly to eat healthy, but in the long term, because of the time that you're spending on dialysis, because of the time that you're spending on medication, in the long term, it's actually much cheaper to eat healthier.